Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's look at a review on our previous analysis on the signal that I dropped on this YouTube channel last week, the US oil market. Alright, let's quickly look at a review on how the trade went, on how the trade goes in our favor, and why I'm still holding my position. And I'm also going to show you how we can possibly find another trading opportunity. Alright, so if you go on a daily time frame, I was telling you guys in our last episode that this US oil market is still going to drop irrespective of what was going on, irrespective of the minor pullback that was going on. So I was still confident that this US oil market is still going to drop because the market was still trading at this 50% Feb retracement level. All right, delete this. So you see this 50 Feb retracement level, the market was reacting to this 100% retracement level, those minor pullback that was happening in our previous analysis. All right, so the reason why I was still able to jump in, the reason why I was still selling and I'm still holding my position on this US oil market is because of these guys. So you see this double top that is formed right here. Let me use these two here. All right, see this double top that is formed on this 50 Feb retracement level, right? This double top that is formed here. The reason why I was still holding my position was when the market came back to respect this 50 Feb retracement, I saw this double top that was formed. Sorry, this double top right here. So when I saw what was going on here, I was like, oh, cool. As long as this market is sustaining above this 50 Feb retracement and this supply area, all right, this supply area, which happens to become a confluence area, right, I'm still going to be holding my position. I'm still going to be looking for an entry. Although my first entry was inside here, all right, I was stopped out at the break even on this trade, so I was able to jump in here again on this 50 Feb retracement level on a lower time frame. I was able to jump in somewhere, I think somewhere inside of here, all right, with my stops just above the previous high, right? Then just aim for first profit target was the 100% retracement level, right? As I always told you guys, always make sure you take out your profit at the 100% retracement level. All right, the market always tends to make some correction, all right, at that area. So I was my first entry was here, so I'm aiming for overall target at this institutional support level of $53, all right, or $53. Okay, so if you are able to catch that move from my call last week on US oil market, that's good. But if you are not able to catch that first move, I'm still going to show you how you are going to find another entry, another possible sell opportunity on this US oil trade. All right, so yeah, the next level for US oil market right now is this level. Once we break this daily minus support demand level right here, this level, we break this daily minor area, that is 55.48. Once we clear this level, this is the next level for US oil, this yellow and blue bar. All right, because the only thing that was still holding this US oil back then since last week was this 100% retracement level, this black and yellow bar, all right, as we discussed earlier. And secondly, the reason why I was still selling was the market was still respecting this trend line, right? This daily trend line right here. Okay, so you see the market is using this trend line as a resistance to hold this trade, all right. I always told you a confluence area is a very solid area where the trend always tends to find a bearish momentum. All right, a confluence area is simply an area where two or more points meet with each other. A point where Fibonacci meet with a resistance, or a point where trend line meets with a Fibonacci retracement or a resistance, as you see here. All right, so you see this first touch. All right, first touch. All right, you have a second touch, a third touch. Okay, don't forget this area. Let me delete this. Don't forget this area. Sorry, go back. Don't forget this area also was the 50 Feb retracement level. All right, so we jump in here at a third touch of this trend line. Now let's check how we can possibly find another entry. If we just move down to we use 1 hour time frame to look for a second entry on this trade. All right, this US oil market, this trend is already gone. We are in the bearish momentum. All right, so I can just plot this level. Let me see consolidation that is being formed here. Okay, see what will happen. See consolidation. See consolidation that is being formed here, right? Then I'm still going to be adding more position to my position, guys. We need to open more trade on this US oil market. I'm seeing another possible sell opportunity. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm seeing another possible sell opportunity on this 1 hour time frame. All right, so let's see what happens. If the market opens on Monday, I'm going to be adding another trade with my stops somewhere here. I'm going to be putting my stops somewhere here. You know, we aim for first profit target somewhere here. All right, just put my stop above this previous high. All right, this consolidation. All right, just put my stop somewhere here. Now we're aiming to take out first profit target will be here. Right, first profit target will be at $60. All right, just put it on a random number. No, just put it. First profit target will be here. All right, while we adjust our stops, I will move my stops. I've already moved my stops to break even on this trade, right? So, but this is my second entry right here. I'm going to be putting my stops right here. Then I'll move my first break even stop loss to somewhere here. All right, then I'll aim for another first profit target at this level. Second profit target will be right here at second profit. Let's go back to daily time frame, guys. Now we see that Fibonacci retracement that we drew earlier. We like to take out first profit at the extension level. All right, okay, this is the extension level, okay, or the Feb retracement. All right, so our second entry, our second target is going to be here. Let's go back to 1 hour time frame. All right, so put our first profit target. You put our first profit target right here. Okay, first profit target is going to be here. Second profit target is going to be here. All right, just aim for second profit target here. That is like what is the risk reward ratio? That is 8.57 risk reward ratio. That is this second profit target. The first profit target is 1 to 97 risk reward ratio. Okay, to 8.59 profit risk reward ratio, with overall target at this level on the roundup number of $53. That's like what is the total risk reward ratio here? That is 12.59 risk reward ratio. So you can see we are aiming for a very big target, a very big profit risk reward ratio. It's a very good risk reward ratio, right? With just small stop loss. All right, with just small stop loss, we are aiming for huge huge return, right? So yeah, the other currency pair I want to also talk about is something. Let's look at what's wrong with this guy. We are going to look at the euro market, the GDP. Let me plug this here again. First profit target here, right? Then second profit target will be here, but we are going to be taking out our first profit target here, right? Because you might see this first break, test, consolidation right here, alright? So we might see another move like this. Okay, so yeah, first take out our profit target right here. That's we are risking 1.1 to 69 risk reward ratio, our first profit target. All right, so on Monday I'm going to be opening another trade on the US oil market. My stops at 61.45 with our first profit target at 59.52. You are hearing that here first. Going to be going short, opening another trade on the US oil market. Our first entry was inside here, so our second entry is going to be here with our second target here, but first profit target here. All right, so now let's look at that is this for the US oil market. But let's see what's going on in the monthly time frame. Let's see what the monthly candles is saying. Then monthly candle is pointing towards the downside, right? Let's look at the weekly candle. The weekly candle. Then this weekly candle is bearish, it looks strong bearish trend. So yeah, we are going to be going short on Monday. We're going to be looking for a sell opportunity on Monday on this US oil market. We are going to be adding another trade. We're going to be opening another position, another sell position on this US oil market. So the other currency pair I want to also talk about is the euro market. Guys, this euro market is about to drop. Let me show you why I am selling this euro market. All right, this euro market has been ranging, right? See this tight. Don't like trading this kind of market. See this tight range that is going on this euro market. See this tight range. But the reason why I'm favoring the downside right now is because of this reversal pattern that is formed on this daily time frame, right? See, this is the left shoulder right here. This is the left shoulder, okay? The right shoulder, and this is the head, okay? So that's why I'm going to be looking for another sell opportunity. All right, so I'll be looking for a sell opportunity at this supply area here. At this supply area right here, we're aiming for overall targets at this level of 1.12. All right, first profit target is going to be here, but I'm going to be looking for a sell opportunity right here. If I start seeing how the market is reacting to this level, if I start seeing some crazy bearish candlestick on 4 hours time frame right here, I'll be going short on this euro somewhere here. I'll be going short on euro somewhere here. Then I'll with my stops above this previous high, okay? And I will aim for first profit target right here. That's about 300 pips to 500 pips. All right, 300 to 500 pips on the market. But let's go on the 4 hours time frame. Let's go on the 4 hours time frame, right? On the 4 hours time frame. Okay, I just want to plot this level. See right, trend line that is reacting to this trend line. Okay, so let's see what goes on. Let's see what happens by next week, Monday. If I start seeing some crazy red candlestick, 4 hours red candlestick rejection here. I'm going to be going short on the US oil market. My stops just above here. Okay. Alright, so for the British pounds market, sorry, for the euro market, alright. For the euro market, I'm going to be going short when I start seeing some crazy candlestick rejection right here. If I start seeing some crazy candlestick rejection, I'll be looking for an entry on this because of that daily reversal pattern that is formed on this euro market. Okay, but you are not going to be selling here immediately. You are not going to be selling here at this supply area immediately. Okay, we want to use, I will use candlestick strategy, candlestick patterns to look for an entry on at this supply area. Okay, I'll use candlestick patterns to look for candlestick strategy to look for an entry on this area. Remember, inverse of the DXY of the US dollar index. Okay, the dollar index is pointing towards the upside right now. The dollar index is about to start buying. It's about to start buying. We might see some crazy move next week Friday during NFP. All right, this week supposed to be NFP, but due to the US oil, due to the US government shutdown, NFP have been moved to October 10th. This Friday, October 10th. All right, so I'm favoring the downside on the euro market because of that daily reversal pattern that is formed. But when we start seeing some crazy candlestick, 4 hours candlestick rejection right here, some bearish candlestick rejection, I'm going to be selling this euro market. Okay, the other currency pair we should also look at is the British pounds. All right, the British pounds is about to start selling again. All right, it's about to start selling again, although the overall trend, I'm still favoring the downside. I was buying before, but right now the trend has broken out of this this is our previous trend line that we drew. Okay, but let's go on the 4 hours time frame. Let's see it clearly. All right, okay, this is like a breakout of this trend line, break, retest, continuation, right? But let's see what goes on here on Friday. Let's see how the market is reacting to this supply area. If I also start seeing some crazy candlestick, red candlestick, 4 hours candlestick rejection right here, I will also be selling these British pounds with my stops just above this previous high. Alright, if I start seeing some red candlestick rejection, 4 hours candlestick rejection, alright, I'll be going for a sell opportunity on this trade, aiming for first profit target right here. That's about 300 pips, about 300 pips drop. Okay, all right, this trend now has been holding this market. All right, this trend now has been respecting, this trend has been respecting this trend line for the longest period of time. So as the market has broken out of this trend line right now, it's telling me that this trend is about to start, this impulse move is about to continue towards the downside. All right, from our previous analysis, you can see the trend, this trend is a strong support level, right? Respected here, it respected here, right? It respected here, same thing occur here. So you try to respect here again, right? It break out of it. Okay, it break out of it. And secondly, this inner trend line was also broken. This inner trend line right here was also broken. Okay, this inner trend line was also broken. Zoom out. Alright, this inner trend line is also broken, but not to complicate things, I'll focus on this outer trend line. Alright, yeah, let's see what goes on. Let's see what happens next week. If we start see some crazy red candlestick rejection here, we are going to be selling these British pounds. Okay, Bitcoin is another trade you should also take note of, guys. I told you on our previous analysis, Bitcoin is going to hit There's another trade I need to talk about. I'm already on that trade. This USD market. Already on the set trade on this USD, right? Just put my stops above here, but let me show you why I'm selling this trade. I'm already on this trade, guys. I opened this position last week. Okay, my stop is 66 4 0.6645 but let me show you why I'm selling this trade. If we go on the weekly time frame, I want to show you why I'm selling USD. USD is pointing towards the downside, but let me show you why I'm selling on the weekly time frame. All right, you can clearly see that, right, that this trend is respecting this trend line, right? This trend line has been here for a very long time. This is my trend line that has been here for a very long time, for weeks, for months. This trend line has been here, so you can see the market is also respecting this trend line on this weekly time frame. Why? Because the previous price action has always been respecting this level. So you want to trade with the trend, you want to follow the trend, you want to move in the direction where the trend is going, right? So you can see first touch on this trend line, there was a drop, right? There was a drop. Second touch, right? There was a drop. So this third touch, there's also a drop. So there's a probability that at this other fourth touch here, this market is also going to drop, right? But you don't want to be selling here immediately when the market tested this level, all right? You don't want to be selling here immediately when the market tested this level, okay? I did not sell here immediately when this market tested it, but let me show you why I was selling on my entry time frame on 4 hours time frame. Remember, we don't just go short. We don't use this weekly time frame to enter a trade, okay? We use it to analyze. I use it to get the trend of the market. I use weekly, monthly to get the overall flow of the market, while I look for entry on my 4 hours or 1 hour time frame, okay? But let me show you why I was selling. So I was able to jump in on this trade right now. I'm on this trade right now at a breakout of this trend line, all right? You know, this first inner trend line was broken, okay? This inner trend line was broken, all right? So probably this like a breakout, all right? All right, a retest continuation, okay? And secondly, this level is a supply area. Supply area here, all right? It's a supply area here, okay? So I jump in here using candlestick patterns. I use candlestick patterns as my entry at my supply area or at my entry area. So I always like to use candlestick patterns to enter a trade. So I'm currently on this trade right now on the USD market, and we're also looking to sell the US oil market. So these are the two trades I am currently on. So the other trade I'm still aiming at is this GDP and this euro market that we discussed about. All right. So that is it for the USD and the British pounds and euro. All right, guys. As for the Bitcoin market, guys, you know I've already given my prediction on the Bitcoin market. I told you guys we are going to see a new all-time high of Bitcoin, about 45,000 to 150,000 per the price of Bitcoin. Okay, this is a station level right here. That's the next level for Bitcoin. Okay, this level right here, this is station level. All right, $45,000, 145 or $150,000. That's the next price of the Bitcoin. See if I can connect this level. Let me zoom out. Let's see what's going on. Zoom out. You can plot this level right here. This weekly. This level is a stronger. But how do we look for an entry on Bitcoin? how do we look for an entry on Bitcoin? Remember our first entry on Bitcoin was right here, right, in 2024. I've already did an analysis on that. After this trend form inverse head and shoulder pattern right here, right, is left shoulder, right shoulder here, the head. Okay, last year, so we were able to find an entry somewhere at this neckline. Okay, all right, so I've already did a full prediction on that. You can go check out my first episode, episode 10, episode 15, when I started calling for Bitcoin near all-time high. So we were able to jump in here at 27,000. Our first profit target was at this resistance level. So we are also able to jump in at a breakout of this consolidation right here. Okay, I give a full prediction of this, guys. You can go check it out. We're able to jump in here again. Then we'll take out our profit at the 100,000 retracement level. Okay, but let's see how we can also jump in again on this Bitcoin trade. Let's go on a daily time frame. Let's see how we can find a possible entry. All right, so we might see some correction. You might see the Bitcoin market has been trending for 2 years now, has been buying for 2 years. So we might see some correction at this extension level, at this weekly extension level of 145 to 450,000, right? That should be the place where you are aiming to take out your overall profit target. But if I'm going to look for an entry on Bitcoin now, there's a pattern that is from here, inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? Look at this inverse head and shoulder pattern that is from here. This left shoulder, right shoulder, the head. Okay, but how are we going to look for an entry if we have missed this early bull run? Well, let me see if I can plot as a trend line here. Don't get broke out of this trend line. Well, let's see if we can see some pullback into this area. Right. Let's see if we can see some rejection, pullback into this area. Because Bitcoin is reacting to this level of 123,000. So we might see some pullback. Might see some pullback from Bitcoin. All right. Might see something like this happen before trying to. Get up, bro. Might see something like this. Might see a correction. See a correction, continuation. Alright, so I'll be looking. If that happens, then I'll be looking for a trading opportunity at this level. Okay. I'll be looking for a trading opportunity at this level. What's going on with my mass? I'll be looking for an entry somewhere here. Just put my stops below here. Then we aim for first profit target here. Alright, first profit target will be here. The overall profit target will be at this extension level. Extension level of $145,000. Alright, that's the next level for Bitcoin. 145,000. That is the next profit target for Bitcoin. If you're able to make a pullback into this area. Alright, let's check 4 hours time frame. Because we might see some correction. This level, this 123,000 is a strong resistance area where Bitcoin might find retracement. Alright, so if we are able to make a correction into this area, we are going to be looking for an entry. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that is it for the Bitcoin market, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, drop a comment at the comment section, and don't forget, guys, to be part of my trading community. Click the link at the description of this video right now to be part of my Telegram community. Get to subscribe, like, share this video, and drop a comment at the comment section. Let me know what you think about this currency pair, and I will catch you in the next episode.